Harley Quinn issue 11.
Yeah, it's Rosmo's back. I know
Rosmo's back.
The issues reprieve
Back again.
last time, but... Right, so this issue starts as a 2 or 3 page, I think it's three pages, cold open. That should not be a cold open. There's no reason whatsoever for it to be at the start of the book and not at the end. It has there's a train full of bombs, and it's going down a track, and it's got it basically boils down to Harley's going to have to make a decision about who it's going to run over. Is it going to go into Gotham, or is it going to go into Kevin? Because Kevin is tied to the tracks. The problem with this entire issue, because that's the crux of the issue, like the end of the issue is Harley making that difficult choice. It is literally as it is brought up in the issue. It's the trolley experiment, the thought experiment. Do you save one person, or do you save the group, right?
Right.
The issue ends with her making that big decision. She's like, "Oh, sorry, Kevin, I'm going to have to, divert our way to you instead of the thousands of people that are being in Gotham Central." The problem is the opening of this issue already shows us it's barreling at Kevin. It's like right at Kevin. It is just before it gets to Kevin is the opening of this issue. And I'm like, you completely undercut your whole ending of this big dramatic choice of Harley making this thing by showing it me in the first 2 pages. It just made it completely irrelevant. So that's just frustrating. Why would you do that to yourself from a storytelling perspective? But the rest of the issue, it's not too hot either. You've got Harley and her support group, the Clowns Anonymous or whatever they're called. It's just again still the people who used to work for Joker, and she's helping them out. And there's a bit of a meeting. It's like, oh, Kevin's not here, and then she finds the ransom note because Keepsake's kidnapped him, and then Keepsake explains the whole thought experiment. There's some awkward wordplay where she says, "Don't be such a cant, Keepsake," which, yes, the implication of the word that I definitely did not say for the sake of YouTube's restrictions. I did not say it, but yes, the intention is it sounds like that, but it's also Immanuel Kant is the name of the German philosopher who came up with the trolley problem.
That's actually real clever. Good job, Phillips.
That part is clever. Where it gets less clever is I then have 6 pages of why Terminator is better than Terminator 2, which I happen to agree with, but I don't need 6 pages of dialogue from Harley telling me.
There's 6 pages of why Terminator 1's better than Terminator 2?
Let me actually count. I may have exaggerated.
I mean, I agree with the sentiment as well. And I love Terminator 2. This is not a diss against Terminator 2. Let me make that clear.
So it starts with her referencing it in the fight, and then another page, 3, 4 pages. Sorry, but this thing goes over 4 pages.
That is a lot though for a sort of tangent, basically.
Yeah. That's a quarter of almost a quarter of the book. Is this Terminator thing? Like again, I agree with the point here, but it's a lot of waffle that is going on. And I know this is Harley, but this is a lot of waffle on a very specific weird thing that just has no reference to the book other than they find some it's like a robot thing at one point, and she's like, I don't suppose you're like T2 where you're going to turn out to be good. And that's the extent of the reference basically. And then I have 4 pages of Terminator talk. Why? I don't know. It's wild, and yeah, I just don't agree with a lot of the choices there. The art is still rough. It's Rosmo. There's a one point I don't know if I know where I actually struggled with the direction of where to read it, because of the layouts and where the word boxes were. It actually led me to read something in the wrong order, at first, and I had to go back and read it in the correct order because it was just laid out in just in a bit of a confusing fashion. And maybe that's on the letter. I don't know. But either way, did not appreciate having to read this twice, or at least parts of it twice. Yeah, it's not good. It's really not good. Maybe like a 3.
All right. There you go.